I don't know about you, are you working from home right now, or are you back at work, or are you in a hybrid model? I'm still working from home. I think I will be working from home until summer, at least given the information I have today. And I think as many others in the information technology industry or that have office jobs, let's call it this way, had the chance to work remotely. That was, unique challenges for the employers, but there are obviously a lot of jobs that don't have the luxury to work from home. And based on that it's a luxury, that it's a privilege to be able to work from home, some researchers at the Deutsche Bank, German bank, came up with this idea that once Corona is over, people that can work from home should pay a tax to help basically low-paying jobs to recuperate or recover the economic damage that COVID has brought. Because for us that are working from home, we haven't shared that suffering with people that didn't have that opportunity or that luxury. How do you feel about that? The idea, if you get to work in a home office, do you feel like, yes, I want to pay more taxes? That's nothing but fair. How do you feel about it? Now, I do believe there is something that needs to be done. I'm just not sure if we should pay the taxes. And I share a moment with me, and don't get me wrong, I don't mean it like in an arrogant way. I'm just based on observation and personal experience. So I work from home. I can tell that this year my heating costs are higher than last year because I'm home all the time, so I have the heater up, which usually during the day I would lower the temperature because nobody's home. I also can tell that I have higher electricity costs compared to a year ago because now it's my wife working from home, I'm working from home, and so that's more expenses for me. And then also coffee and drinks went up, and you can tell the difference. Because like at Microsoft, we're fortunate where one of the perks we have is free coffee, free sodas at work that we get to do. And so that's all of a sudden missing, and so, you pay for it. And don't get me wrong, it's all good. I'm very grateful that we can work from home. But then you have internet connectivity costs, and coming from Europe where internet is way cheaper, at least in Switzerland, for a way faster bandwidth than here you get hit with data caps of 1 terabyte. And if you have 2 people working from home, a lot of video streaming and other things happening because of working remotely, then Comcast is punishing you unless you add the data cap, like a free pass that you're not hit, which is an additional $50 a month. I had to increase the speed, all kinds of things. So like overall, if I look at my cost, I spend more. Now I'm in a very fortunate situation. I'm close to work, so I usually commuted with the bike. And so overall, I actually have higher costs right now than before because I didn't have a far commute that cost me a lot of gasoline or maintenance on the car. And so when I'm thinking about it, it's like I'm sometimes laughing when I hear about this new policy or all remote work. I actually look forward to going to the office because part in the tech industry of the perks is like you get free food. I think Google employees still get free food. You have Microsoft perks. It's pretty easy if I were an employer to write this list because nobody can use it because everybody is working remotely. And so for me, if I'm thinking about and like, okay, in my case, I would say I had higher costs, and if I would run my own business, I could actually run tax deductions for these costs, for the office space, for the additional equipment pieces that I bought for my office, for the coffee costs and so on, that I could all deduct if I had my own LLC, for example, from my tax. But because I'm a full-time employee, I can't deduct that, and now I have the Bank of Germany supposing that I should pay more tax. For example, I believe the companies should pay more tax. I do believe we need to help the people that are less fortunate, that don't have the privilege or the possibilities to work remotely, that got really bad hit with Corona, with the pandemic and everything that happened, to help them economically recovering. I'm personally just not sure if it's me. Don't worry, if it's happening that I have to pay, I pay for it. But for me, I feel like the companies should pay, and in our case, and it's not in all the cases where employers are as generous as in the tech industry, where they give you free soda and free coffee, so I know there's a difference. But to me, it seems like companies actually will save money. Companies will have less burden because they may rent smaller office space because they're not going to have all the employees on site. They're going to save on electricity. They have ACs in summer, but it's less space, less cooling costs, and so on. And so if we're saying, hey, because now of remote work and you have a business model that allows work, why don't you pay more taxes? Because before that, we had people commuting, we had people eating lunch in cafes or restaurants around your office location, and now that you keep your employees at home, that's missing or whatever. That's my thoughts about it. But I really want to know, what are your thoughts? What do you think? Please leave it in the comments. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to this channel. If you find it interesting, valuable, funny, entertaining, please let me know. Share it with your friends. Thank you in advance for everything and have a great day.